Here we are at the Devil's Point in Plymouth. There's lots of things here. There's a swimming pool right in front of the camera. Behind that is the building called the Nazareth's House. Lots of surfers today. Today is Tuesday in the evening. Over there we've got Drake's Island. And the Plymouth Sound in the far distance as well. And up ahead is where Devil's Point is. Before you go there, I'll show you a few things. This is quite nice around this place. You can park here to get access to Royal William Yard. There's some absolutely fantastic restaurants here. In this particular car park at Devil's Point, there's a 3-hour max stay car park. There's also a long-term one as well at the back. It's very busy here today. Here is the outside pool, and today it's very busy, and the water here at the moment is very warm. It's actually almost 7 o'clock. Right down the bottom near the artillery tower, there's a place that's open at the moment for ice creams and coffees. I've actually had breakfast here before now. It's been very nice. That is the artillery towers. It's a very old building. It's currently a restaurant. Some very colourful flowers. Here's the information plaque just on the side of the building, which talks about the Firestone Bay Artillery Tower building and a bit of extra information. This recipe, this menu, actually says the 8th of May 2026. It's today's the 26th, so it's a little bit old, but it gives you an idea of what they do.
What is the time?
If there's no pasta, okay, chips, cheesy chips.
I'm currently standing on some emplacement where there used to be guns. It used to be utilised for the Second World War. This was like a major key point to protect the Devonport dockyards. And obviously this place was fully utilised in the Second World War for protection of our Navy. And over there is the second gunnery. There's a lot of flowers around here, and I'll try and show you some of them, but they're pretty stunning. It's not quite a Chelsea garden show, but pretty good.
I don't think you guys are even attempting to recycle stuff anymore.
I hope that you're enjoying this video. If you are, please subscribe and like. The more likes and subscribes, hopefully more people will come and start seeing my content, and it'll drive me to make even more videos. There's a pretty ferries boat over there. It's not moving very much at the moment. Charles Darwin at daybreak. There's a little plaque which is about Darwin. This is actually part of the coastal footpath, and this particular route takes you to Royal William Yard, which according to the sign is 100 yards ahead. There's more swimmers here right near Devil's Point, but caution has to be done here. When tide's in and the current's strong, it can be very dangerous. So please be careful if you do decide to come here on a summer's day, to make sure it's safe before you go into the sea. Up ahead is Mount Edgecombe, You can actually catch a foot ferry from Downford Street and go across. There's a pub on the other side. I've done this quite a few times. It is lovely. There's lots of river cruises here which you can get from Plymouth, which goes down the River Tamar, and they're really enjoyable and give information about the warships as well as the Tamar estuary as well. And you get to go underneath Brunel's Bridge and the Tamar Bridge. Now we're coming up to Devil's Point, where it's quite dangerous. When the tide's fully in, caution must never go in this section of the sea. It can be very dangerous. Well, here we are at Devil's Point. No swimmers, but there's plenty of fishermen. Here's a circular of Devil's Point. Some busy people here. Bit of a hole in the ground here, not sure what that's all about. Sure it served some purpose many years ago. Here's an information plaque which looks quite interesting for those that like to read. Well, it looks like I made a mistake earlier. What I saw previously was not the gun turrets, these are the gun turrets. Not quite sure what those other structures were that I recorded about 3-4 minutes ago. My apologies. You can't get the staff these days. Here is the staircase that takes you to the Royal William Yard. If you want to read this, press pause and then play again. I'm now standing at the top of the stairs, and below me is the Royal William Yard. Home to many fantastic restaurants. There's lots of people that live here as well. If you do come to Royal William Yard, please respect the privacy of the people that actually live here. I think they'd be very grateful. Here's a plaque on a bench, which is obviously quite meaningful to somebody. This is the foot ferry that you can catch from Downford Street to Mount Edgecombe. This is where all the restaurants are, and there's some really good ones here. And right beside me is Wagamama. When boats were made of wood instead of metal, this Royal William Yard used to be the site that used to provide all the granaries and the foodstuffs for all the Navy of the British Armed Forces. And of course now it's just a restaurant emporium, but a gorgeous one. Unfortunately it's closed now because it's almost 7:30, but there's a pop-up market here where you can browse handmade crafts, artisan foods, and obviously many different things here. So if you do come in chance during the day, between Tuesday and Sunday, 10 AM to 4 PM, and I'm sure that you'll find this place quite interesting. Devil's Point, Clarence, Cooperage, Brewhouse, Melville, some cracking names here. You can actually drive into this yard, but the speed limit is 4 miles per hour. As there's loads of people walking around, both young and old. If you decide to come into the Royal William Yard with your car, these are the charges. So you can actually stay here for 24 hours for £15. That will be one very long course dining experience. For all wine connoisseurs, this might be of interest to you. Live in Noble. Over 300 wines available. I do like my wines. I think I need to come here when I'm not driving a car. Trying. As you can see, I'm actually inside. The lady was very nice to say I could record. So you can seriously get damaged here. Or you can just have a nice glass of red and enjoy the room. Well, I hope you have enjoyed my video for Devil's Point and the Royal William Yard. Well, this is the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Wishing you a lovely week ahead. Thanks for watching.